Greg Ehrenberg here from Odd Shopper. We have a massive 15-game slate to break down. Lots of games, lots of different value options to choose from. I'm about to get into some of my favorite bets. Like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, but I also want to know what your guys' favorite bets are. Leave a comment below with whatever it is you're betting on today. Game prop, player prop, run total, money line, whatever it might be. Give yourself a chance to win a free subscription to our premium betting Discord. All you have to do is leave a comment below. If your bet wins, you have a chance for a free subscription. I've given out a couple of them this week. None yesterday because there were no winning bets in the comment section. But for today, let's up those comments. Leave some below. What are you betting today? But without further ado, this is what I am eyeing for tonight's 15-game MLB slate. To start us off, I'm going with under 5.5 strikeouts for Luis Castillo. And I know Luis Castillo has been one of the better strikeout pitchers in baseball over the last few years. He has really good stuff, but it's just the matchup here that's a little bit of a concern for me. The St. Louis Cardinals, 19.8% strikeout rate against right-handed pitching. So this is one of the most difficult teams to strike out for right-handed hitters. It's a right-hand dominant lineup. But even with that said, it's a lot of hitters that make contact. They're difficult to strike out. That could pose problems for Luis Castillo, especially because he sometimes struggles with his command. So this could be a spot where the Cardinals are able to run up his pitch count fairly early, and that could lead to issues. There's also been a little bit of a decline in velocity for Luis Castillo this year. It's not anything too concerning, 96.2 miles per hour, but that is down 1.1 miles per hour from what we saw last year. And then also you just kind of look through Luis Castillo's game logs this year. He only has one start where he struck out more than 6 hitters, so it's not like we're seeing massive strikeout upside from him. He's generally a slow starter. He's going up against a right-hand dominant offense, but just makes a lot of contact, doesn't strike out a ton. So I'm going to side with under 5.5 strikeouts for Luis Castillo tonight. Today's video is sponsored by FanDuel Sportsbook, but this sponsorship is not going to last long. We only have them for another 10 days or so. So if you guys want to sign up, you should do it now because they're giving away free money. Here's how you can take advantage of it. You sign up at FanDuel using the link below, and you have to be new to FanDuel, so can't be a DFS player or a previous Sportsbook user. And if you're new to sign up and use the link below, they're going to give you $200 for free when you place any $5 bet. And that's it. That's all you have to do. You bet $5 signing up for the first time using that link below, and FanDuel is going to give you $200. Take advantage of this offer. It's free money for you. For my next bet, it's another strikeout prop, and it's one I don't really quite understand. Erick Fedde is an over-under 4.5 strikeouts, which by itself I don't think is all that ridiculous, but it's plus money on the under, and this is a bet that we have winning 68% of the time in our data. We have with 35% expected ROI because we're getting plus money on that under. And Erick Fedde is just not a very high strikeout pitcher, actually only an 18.6% K rate, and historically he hasn't been a good pitcher either. He has improved his results a little bit this year, but it's not saying that much. He's a 4.88 ERA, a 4.36 expected ERA, but it's really the lack of strikeouts that stand out the most to me when I'm taking the under on a strikeout prop. He's a fairly difficult matchup against the Milwaukee Brewers offense that does have a 103 WRC plus against right-hand pitching. And then once again, when it comes to Erick Fedde, this isn't a guy that is particularly good or that we're expecting to work all that deep into games. The recent starts for Fedde, he's gone 4 2/3 innings last start. The start before that, he only went 1 1/3 inning. He's only exceeded 6 innings pitched once the entire season. So it's a guy who doesn't strike out very many of the hitters he faces. He's in a tough matchup, and he doesn't work very deep in the game, which limits his opportunities for strikeouts when you're facing less hitters. So I think this is a pretty easy under relative to the plus money we're getting. Give me under 4.5 strikeouts for Erick Fedde, one of the top bets in our odd shopper player model. So while I've talked about a lot of teams that are difficult to strike out, how about one that's not as tough to strike out? The Atlanta Braves, they have the highest strikeout rate against right-handed pitching of any team in baseball, 26.2% strikeout rate. They've also been a little bit underwhelming on the whole with a 94 WRC plus. So this is not the offense a lot of us expected it to be, and they should be better going forward than what they've shown. But still, I don't think this is a typically potent offense that we would think from the Braves and one that needs to be feared. And they're going up against Roansy Contreras, who's one of the top young pitching prospects in all of baseball. He is absurdly good stuff. His average fastball velocity this year is 96.8 miles per hour. Really good off-speed stuff as well. And this is leading to a lot of strikeouts. Contreras, 27.4% K rate at the big league level this year. In the minor leagues this year, 28.9% K rate. And he also has a fairly modest strikeout prop. Contreras, Only 4.5 is the over-under for his strikeouts. We have him projected for 5.8 strikeouts. Considering how good his stuff is, how highly regarded he is as a prospect, and how often the Braves are striking out against righties this year, I think going over 4.5 strikeouts for Contreras makes a whole lot of sense. The fair line is probably somewhere around 5.5 Ks. I usually only give out 2 or 3 bets on these shows, but the reason is not because I'm trying to just only give you guys 2 bets or anything, or that I have more bets that I'm making that I'm not listing. It's more just so because I only want to give out what I think are the best bets, and there typically aren't more than 2 or 3 spots that I'm betting, but today there's actually 4, and they're all strikeout props. So I try to mix it up with some home run props from time to time, a money line, a run line, but there are 4 strikeout props I'm betting, and I want to give you guys all the stuff I'm betting for the slate. And Davis Martin, strikeout prop, 4.5. I like the under here. Martin sucks, and it's not really too much more complicated than that. He has a 4.35 ERA, but a 4.45 expected ERA. His minor league numbers this year, 4.71 ERA, 5.75 FIP. I just don't think this is a big league caliber pitcher, and he doesn't strike out guys either. He has a 17.4% strikeout rate in the big league level. At the minor league level this year, like I said, where he also struggled, he had a 19.5% K rate. There's nothing that really indicates anything to me that this is a guy who's going to start striking out a lot of hitters at the big league level. The 4.5 strikeout prop, no, it's not a gaudy total, but I just don't think there's going to be very many starts where Martin is striking out all that many hitters. So another one, I like siding with the under. We have this projected with a 21% expected ROI in our sports betting model over at Odd Chopper. 4 bets today, 4 strikeout props. I think they all offer value. My final one I'm going with here is Martin under 4.5 strikeouts. So to recap, I have 4 bets that I'm placing today. They're all pitcher props, and I know that we like to mix it up a little bit like I was saying before, and maybe there's other stuff that I've missed that you guys really like that you could tell me about in the comments section. So any other bets that you guys are placing, let me know about it. Player prop, game prop, no run in first inning, yes run in first inning. Let me know below, but these are what I've bet today. Erick Fedde under 4.5 strikeouts. Luis Castillo under 5.5 strikeouts, Roansy Contreras over 4.5 strikeouts, and then Davis Martin under 4.5 strikeouts. Those are my favorite bets of the day. Like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Good luck, and I hope you guys have a great weekend.